Hello, everyone. Before I begin this episode, I would like to send my sincerest condolences to the victims of the recent shooting at YouTube headquarters. I do hope that those who have survived will recover as soon as possible and that they will never experience the same event again.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
Oh, that was awful. That was absolutely awful. Really bad timing. Well, apologies for the really odd transition, but welcome back to
I hear furry creatures about.
the episode of playing Diablo 2. And yes, I have started from the beginning simply because I've got an expansion I was talking about called Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, which makes the game feel a little bit more different in a good way as is. Don't get me wrong, I do like the original version, but the Lord of Destruction kind of like brings some extra bits which are quite nice, I suppose. And it also brings some things which kind of simplifies the game a little bit. But you know, it's still hard though. It's still hard, and there are some bits which have become even more complicated. So you don't underestimate this expansion. I'm pretty sure most of you who have played this game before, you do know the differences between the original game and the game with an expansion. So I'm not really going to like discuss it, or maybe I will. It really depends, because I cannot predict what I'm going to say in the future. Um, but yes. Anyways, I'm playing as an Amazon again, and I have played with this character for a little bit, and I can say that this character is very interesting to play. You just need to ensure that you find the appropriate strategy to play as an Amazon. And the cool thing is that the expansion allows you to have two sets of weapons straight away. As you can currently see, I have put bow and arrows on one set, and on another set I have javelins, which is quite cool. And also there was one bit where for some reason I've lost a javelin during the melee attack, and I understood why. Simply because when you use the javelin for a melee attack, let's say for example you want to use the jab skill, I think that during the melee attack the javelin's durability is lost quite quickly. So I just need to be careful with that next time. Um, so yes, this is the first quest where I have to cleanse the den of evil of all the monsters. It's quite simple, so things are going straightforward. And also, I'm not sure if I've mentioned that in the previous episode. I am going to cut all the bits where I simply go to town in order to sell the stuff, repair my stuff, and then do just some couple bits and pieces. I only want you guys to see the action of the game, not just me walking here and there. Also, I have made a decision not to discuss something personal. Only if you want to hear about it, I will talk about it. But what I'm going to do instead is I'll try to talk more about the game itself, about what kind of things I'm planning to do in the game, and maybe if I won't have enough details to discuss, or um, if I don't have a lot of things to talk about in general, I will just touch some topics and maybe relate it to my personal experience. Um, but really, to be honest, uh, the activity and the quality of my commentary on these videos really depend on you, ladies and gentlemen. If you'll be able to comment just about everything, we'll be able to have a nice discussion about whatever you please to talk about. But let's make sure that we are not going to talk about anything like extremely vulgar, or maybe something extremely rude. Simply because, unfortunately, nowadays YouTube doesn't appreciate the freedom of expression, freedom of speech, simply because the companies are quite cowards, let's say, and it's just this political correctness culture is just uh, helping us to dig our own graves quicker and quicker. But it's just my opinion. Yeah, you can agree, you can disagree. It really doesn't matter. I'm still going to make the episodes around 10 minutes long. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. It depends on how things will work. Because again, I don't want you guys to just keep watching um, like hour-long episodes and all that. So yeah, it's going to be quite weird if I just keep it like 1 hour episodes. And I did promise to cut the bits where I'm in town doing some stuff, but I think this one I'm going to keep simply because I haven't teleported to town. Instead, I just quickly ran there, and because it was very close to the den I just cleansed. I'm not entirely sure if that was a good idea, but instead of exploring the whole region I am currently located in, I just decided to follow the path and then just having a look at the places which are close to the roads. Maybe there will be some additional monsters I can kill, or maybe if there are like the huts like this one I've just discovered, which I can have a look at. And right now what I'm doing though is I'm having a look at whether or not there are monsters which contain the key so I can open the chest. And I think it was worth opening the chest. I'm not entirely sure. I just need to have a look. But you will see it yourselves if it was worth it or not. Well, at least I got additional experience because it is very important to level up in this game. So you'll be able to get some new skills and just basically experiment with them. We'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, as I've said, Amazon, a very interesting character. Like, you can basically mix it up in any way you want. But right now what I'm doing is, since I haven't played much with Amazon, I don't have like a specific strategy with her. So I'm just testing all the skills that she has and then maybe just experimenting like what works best and what doesn't. Oh, and yes, and it wasn't really worth it, but still quite useful. I got some arrows out of this locked chest. I mean, the arrows are definitely useful. If you don't have the magic arrow, you need to keep the like just standard arrows. But also you need to consider the fact that um, Amazon does spend a lot of mana on her skills, which doesn't make much sense really. But that's just the classic game. I mean, that's how it works, and it's not going to be changed anymore. I don't know why I've picked this bow. I just thought that it may give extra damage to monsters or anything. But I mean, certainly after this episode, you will see other fragments where I found even better equipment, and I also managed to find some interesting boosts for my weapons. But I'm not gonna spoil what it is. You will see that yourselves. So yeah, it looks like it's already the last minute of this episode. It's quite interesting actually. Like you just think that, oh yeah, there's so much to talk about, but there's not so much time left really. So this last minute I can just simply give it to the outro of this episode. So thanks very much for watching this episode. You can call it the official first episode of me playing Diablo 2 whilst talking about other things. If you enjoyed it, that's great. If not, that's completely understandable. If you wish to support this channel, be my guest. You can do it in lots of ways. Even the rating and commenting the video helps. Do subscribe so you would be able to see my new content. I will be constantly uploading now, consistently as is, and yeah, we'll just see what the future will bring us. Thank you very much. This has been Insanito, and you have a pleasant night or day or whatever you have. See ya. Bye bye.